Hey YouTube, and everyone else, Facebook, whoever's listening. I just want to share the bat medicine because I've been totally getting on with these medicine cards and they just keep coming. It's crazy. It's a good crazy. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to share it's the shaman's death. So it's almost like the medicine that we are. Let me just get this up so you can see me carefully. There we go. Is that better? The shaman's death. It's not, it's. I mean, I think it's a worthy journey to do your medicine work, however you do it. But sometimes we have to die the death of it in order to fly for real. And whether that's life or leaving our body or however it goes for us. Let me see if I can adjust this. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to get us all on the same page here. Yeah, so I mean, it's just about really if you want to. I feel so grateful. And some of us, I think, when we go through these horrible experiences in life that feel like that someone just didn't care or we weren't appreciated or whatever happens, it's good to have this knowing that, um, that we have to let go all the time. It's always about letting go. And, I mean, not letting go as far as in an emotional sense of holding on too much to something. And I've done many videos about this, but it's just the point that I'm saying is the shaman's death. I'm just going to read it. I'm going to read the first passage because I love this. It says, "You sacred bat, you flew to me. From the darkness of the cave, womb-like reflections, answers it gave. Birth, death and rebirth, cycles of the whole, never ending, just eclipsed, the journey of the soul. The journey of the soul. There's many ancient traditions that can go along with this, and Buddhist and different things that talk about this. Although my own soul journey I'm sharing here, and I'm in love with myself, inside and out. Even though I know I feel pain a lot, and I don't know if I can make it through anything sometimes anymore, the way this world is. It's a 3D level, and the difference between knowing that is taking responsibility. Resonance. Let's talk about resonance. What is resonance? Well, you have to have responsibility on the 3D level before resonance ever occurs. So sometimes people have that mixed up. But, people get mixed up quite a bit, I've noticed. So I just want to I want to read a little bit about the bat. Because the bat, I've been seeing them a lot, and I'm very excited about them. I love bats. They help our garden. They help everything. So, basically, I just want to say, there's so many things I want to say. But the darkness of the grave has its place in the ritual, so does the cave of the bat. Hanging upside down is a symbol for learning to transpose your inner self of a newborn being. Wow. I mean, wow. Everyone in this world, we are all here together, and no one is doing this by themselves. We're all in it together. It's just that somehow we got lost with out of tribe. We don't have a tribe of bats. But anyway, that's laying it all down, you know? Just surrendering. The death of the shaman. The death of the shaman. The death of the shaman. The shamaness. However you want to put it. And it's beautiful, though. It's beautiful because there is no ending. It's always going on and on. On and on and on and on and on. And you will always be okay. As long as you go deep in yourself and not deflect, but self-reflect. Do not deflect, but self-reflect. And that's the biggest thing I feel that bat has to offer us with that medicine. Because I just see a lot of people doing that. They don't own their own stuff, and they deflect it onto others. And I think it's a good idea to please don't try Violet Flame. Do it. Raise it on up to the top. And we got to do that. And we do it by journaling or meditating or whatever, however it is you do it. But don't spread your shit all over everybody else, because it's a time that it's reflecting back onto you. So the shaman death will be a hard one, and you weren't even a shaman to begin with sometimes, you know. But if you ever were, I just had a shaman leave the planet on me, and he was my boyfriend for a long time, and I loved him very much, and I still do, obviously. And we'll see each other again, although he was probably the most powerful person I ever knew as a partner on the earth plane, besides my other ones. But I love him, and I just was missing him a lot. Just played his drum to make it rain the other night, and just been thinking about him a lot, and wishing that somebody with that much consciousness was that there would be more people on this planet that could be conscious. And I know it's hard because we're all struggling, and especially now, but I don't care. I still feel it's all of our responsibilities to be conscious enough to not deflect our bullshit onto other people, and to die the shaman death, whether you were a shaman or not. Just that energy of thinking that you're something you're not. Maybe you have to die rebirth, even in this life. You don't have to go maybe from this life. You don't have to always leave your body. Maybe you can just be here and actually transmute yourself into something higher instead of not looking at your own shit. And it's really, 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 it's really, really real. I never felt before the way this makes me feel. Yeah, that's for Andrew. I love you, Andrew. That's my motherfucker. I love him. He's a Sedona shaman that I was with for a while, and I love him forever. And I know he's with me. I know he is always. And the shaman death, it's hard to do. But let me just say a little bit more. In the contrary part of it all, I'm going to read a little bit from the medicine cards. If it's upside down, the position leads to stagnation of the spirit and a refusal to acknowledge your truth and your destiny, which is always to use the talent you have to the fullest. And that means to me, well, let's go on, to the fullest. No, let me stop. It means to me, and Spirit just told me to stop. So I'm going to tell you what it means to me. The fullest. That means if you have a craft or anything that you do for other people, you should never in your life do anything that's not okay about that. Like, so if I'm doing my craft is my healing work. If I'm doing a healing and I have somebody on my table and I'm just like doing body work, well, I energetically feel something and I think, oh, I won't tell this person about it because I can fix it. That would be shitty. So when you're doing anything that you do in your craft, you should always take care to not hurt other people. And even if you think you're right, you're not. You don't. You have to disclose information always. So just remember not to be an asshole and an ass fuckazoid, and and just get your shit together and not do that. Like, just have your integrity. And it's not about blaming, it's about owning your responsibility for your craft. So that's something that everyone needs to listen to and feel into their hearts about. And I love Andrew so much, and that's one thing that he always did. He just never. I mean, I remember I was with. Oh my gosh, I love him. I know he's still with me. I just he's traveling. I love you, Andrew, and I love you, Zaro, because he was my cat, and I love him so much. And I just want to bring up this thing with the bat because it's about really letting go of everything that you think you are, and really coming to the real true essence of the self, inner self. And sometimes it's hard to look at, especially if you're busy every day going back and forth or doing whatever you do. It's so much better just to stop, take it, maybe go to the hot spring. That's what I'm getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to go to the Colorado. I'm getting ready to go to Ure. And I'm going to go there with myself. And I'm going to be there at the hot springs so I can baptize. I just know that wherever you got to go, whatever you have to do, do it, because it's time. We are in a period right now of probably for 4 more years, depending on retrogrades, what have you. But definitely we're in a period where we need to start to really look inside and stop blaming others. And blame is a word that is so retarded sometimes, because you know why? Because it's really not about blaming. Sometimes it's about responsibility. Responsibility. Step up and be responsible for your craft, for your sole purpose. Be responsible. Don't act like you're being responsible. Be responsible. Don't act like you've done the work when you haven't. Don't act like you can do anything else but be responsible for your own shit, which is self-shit responsibleness. And you need to be responsible. And that's the only way you get resonance. That's the only way that you will ever resonate with your own soul. And I know it's a lot to do because some people are just caught up in the human program, and it's hard to get out of it in order to get to the place where you are that. But you can't be talking about it if you don't know about it. So you need to go and do something that really makes you know it and soar with it. And that's all I wish for everyone on this planet, myself included. No one's walking on water at all. But definitely do not do things to people or yourselves to not take responsibility, because you can't. Until you take responsibility in your inner soul, you will never have resonance, ever. Resonance is something that comes from the soul. And I know about it because I have been in it. And I'm not saying I have it all figured out. I just know for sure that you need to just, right now, it's always an inside job. An inside job. Call off the search. And, if you're lucky to meet another person in your life, that would be awesome. But there's probably not a lot of people out there that are resonating at the same frequency right now, or otherwise we would have tribes and everything would be better. But it's still going to be happening in this planet, on it, that's going to require us to go inside and not project on and deflect on others. Deflection and projection. Not good for our own inside job. So let's just try to remember that. And I just love the bat energy. And not only that, bats just, they're just, I know in Belize when I lived there, I mean, I still live there, but I live in the States too, in Sedona. Although I know that the bats, they're so beautiful. They never fucked with me. They loved me. They loved my garden. They love their caves. And I just seen a bunch of them flying around and they're just so awesome. I just love the bat. So let me just, before I go, I'm not going to make this too long, but I got to. Oh, I just love the bats. If you are concerned with today and tomorrow, but not much further, you may forget to see further down the road. Tribal teachings say that you are responsible for future generations because you are the ancestors of the future. Whatever you do today will affect, it will affect the next generations to come. Every decision, every thought is to create a state of stagnation or rebirth for those that follow you on the God real road. If you are blocking yourself, you may be blocking the generations to come. Bat flies at night. Like I'm a cat. I fly at night. I'm kind of a bat too, I think. Bats fly at night, and in the night are born your dreams. They're the dreams that build future civilizations and nourish them as well. That's beautiful, and what I have to say about that is there is so much that we don't realize when in our dreams, and we don't write enough, we don't pray enough, we don't meditate, however you call it, meditate. We are the future right now. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones that make a better day. So let's start living, or lighten, or living, or something. But definitely, I don't know, I always have a song coming in, y'all know that, my listeners. But I tell you that the bat is about really getting that stagnant thing that we think we're supposed to be, and really going into your true heart of who you really are, and not to project again or deflect, because it's important to don't say words you don't know about, and don't be a fake shaman, don't be a fake pretender, you know, pretender. So everybody's got their stuff, but like, let's just try to raise it on up, and not be something that we're not. And I know who I am. I'm still learning more to come, but I definitely know who I am at this point, because I did the work, and I did the work, the real spiritual work. And anyone that tries to ever take that away from you, you definitely need to go away from them, because they're just talking a bunch of shit, a bunch of turkey shit. So anyway, I just had to, I was just meditating about it. I just did some yoga, some juicy joints, and was feeling the bat medicine, because I seen a bunch of them, and they came in, they keep talking to me. And I love them. And I love I want to say again, I love you, Andrew, my friend who did so much work for people in his life, healing, and he's off the planet, and I'm so happy for him, but I'm a little jealous, a little bit, I have to say. I don't know if jealous is the right word, but something like that. I just feel like I don't like it here anymore either, but I also know that I just gotta keep on keeping on, you know. And I just encourage everyone to do the same thing. So just please try to don't try violet flame. I don't know why I keep saying that. Be aware that you have soul purpose here, and be aware that whatever you do every day, if you try to get into a relationship, be honest. Don't lie. Don't keep things. Don't think you're a one-sided thing, because that's not a relationship. Be careful about all of it. I wouldn't even get in one right now if I was you. That was me. But hormones and things and all these things that happen, or attractions, they all happen. And if that happens, yeah, I mean, I'm not telling anybody not to do it, because that's experience in life. It's just to be honest, and don't think you have a relationship if you don't, and don't try to control what a relationship is because you think that's what it is. Communicate so that you both know you're on the same page, and that way. In fact, I'm getting ready to put something out called, I'm going to call it, I don't know what I'm going to call it. I almost going to tell you, but I don't want to give it away because I'm not sure yet. But it's going to be like a intake form where you have to fill it out before you have to fill it out and sign it, so that at least we have that in common. At least you agreed to it. So even if you're just dating someone before marriage even happens, that's marriage. What is that anyway? It's about your soul connecting and communicating with another person and not being full of shit. And I'm going to have a whole thing for me. But when I get that out, everybody else can do it too for themselves. I just know what I know. And I know that I've always been pretty, I've been pretty always straightforward in myself. And I just want y'all to hear that from me, because I just wanted to share it. And there was something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember. I got so emotional, because it just is emotional right now. Everything's emotional, and I'm a medium. I've been this way since I was ever, probably even past lives, I'm sure. I just I know, I'm sure. I just don't know why it still makes me so emotional, because okay, let me share one more thing. Because when I was a little girl, when I went up here with the ascended master realms, and I would talk to them, and then all of a sudden, boom, I'm back in my body, and it was just horrible. So I still have that thing where I just don't know how to go back and forth in the 3D world. It's always been really hard for me. Although I can channel and do healing work and all the things I do, but the 3D world sometimes is very hard for me. So I know that I emphasize this. It doesn't matter if you're good at 3D or you're not the great at spirit. Whatever you're doing, just make sure that you violet flame, that you're aware that you need the balance between the both of them. And we're all working on it. No one's got it down yet. Because again, I don't see nobody walking. I'm waiting any day for one of the masters walking on water. I can't wait, and I will be like, "Yay! It's my guy. It's my champion." Because I don't want a guy. I don't want a guy. I want a champion. I want someone who can really love me for who I am, and so should every one of you, all of us, who I really am, and not to condescend it or make it weird, whatever. Just, you don't need that. No one does. So God bless you, Goddess bless you, universe blesses you, and don't pretend that you know what it is if you don't. Just go inside, deep search. And don't forget to hit the like button or the bell, and subscribe, so that when I come out with any more stuff, you'll know about it right away. And I am not sorry at all, although this makes me really, this video, the bats, they make me sentimental of some sort. I don't know what they do, but they do. And this came up again now, and I love it, and I'm so happy to share it with you. I just have a lot of emotions around this night, I guess. So, well, it was just a new moon in Cancer too, Jesus. And now my ascendant is Leo, and the moon is now in Leo, but it's a big, powerful energy right now for me, right now on the planet, like the moon, the energies that are going around. So probably for others too. And just, again, don't be ever, always give me a shout if you need any help for homeopathy or anything else, like any spiritual readings or anything like that. Okay, blessings. And you know what? Raise it on up and be good to yourselves. Until next time, blessings.